What is up, guys? Okay, I'm going to be showing you how to, you can rather increase your processor performance, you can lower your processor's temperatures, or you can do both at the same time. I recommend doing both at the same time. So let's jump right into it. The program you need is Intel Extreme Tuning Utility. The processor being used in this video is an i7-4710HQ. To my knowledge, only the 4000 series mobile processors can use this program. I don't even think the i3s can, but if you have, any type of i7 mobile processor from the Haswell series, you should be able to use this. So let's jump right into what these settings are. So first I'm gonna talk about performance. So the multipliers, you just want to set all these to the right, and just straight up set them to the right. So the default settings, here are the default settings. Here are what I have now. So what a multiplier is, your default bus speed is 100. It's 100 megahertz. So a multiplier, you're just multiplying it by, let's say, 37, and then you get 3,700. So basically, all you're getting is you're getting 3.7 gigahertz out of that. So before, on one core, if I was only having one core turboed, I would get 3.5 gigahertz. Now I get 3.7 gigahertz. And same thing applies down here. I used to get 3.3 gigahertz on all 4 cores. Now I get 3.5 gigahertz on all 4 cores. So that does add up. It's 200 megahertz extra on each core, 800 megahertz in total. So yeah, that does help. Dolphin emulator for GameCube Wii games, I've seen a massive improvement since I've done these settings, and I recommend you do them too. It will not increase your temperatures by that much at all, and it will help your performance. Now let's talk about the dynamic CPU voltage offset. So let's explain what this does first. So your CPU does not use the same voltage at all times. It changes voltage constantly based on how much power it needs to run at whatever frequency it is running at. So what this does is it takes whatever voltage your CPU would usually use, and it subtracts it by, as we have set here, 50 millivolts. So if I had this to 0, or it is at default, my voltage would be this plus that. So, and you also, when you decrease it, you're going to want to decrease that as well. Also, I forgot to mention, when you set all these to the right, you also want to set this to the right too. The processor cache ratio, put that to 37. Okay, now let's talk about the pros and cons of this. Okay, first off, not all CPUs are the same. Not even mine, like the 4710HQ. Just because you have a 4710HQ does not mean you'll get the same settings. Not all processors are manufactured like the same. So like, for example, some AMD processors can handle 5 gigahertz overclock, and some will crash if they do a 5 gigahertz overclock. Some chips are better than others. It just depends. But regardless, you're going to want to set this to a setting that does not make your system unstable. And to know if your system is unstable, the most unstable extreme is it just crashes, just straight up crashes. You get any crashes, it's too low. Other unsubtle ways to know if it's unstable: if when you're playing a game you'll get hiccups that you didn't get before, or just straight stutter of any kind, then it's too low. So for me, I did -50 and do it on both of these. So what this does is, if you get a perfect setting, which is for me is -50, you'll get no performance hit whatsoever, no stability hit, and you'll get lower temperatures. So it's a win-win. How much lower temperatures? Depends. I would say I get about at least 4 Celsius less. So as before, this would probably be at 90. So yeah, you do get a temperature. You do get temperature reduction, and the pros of temperature reduction, besides the obvious temperature reduction, if your temperature gets too high, your CPU actually starts to throttle. So one of the pros of your CPU temperature being lower is you will not be getting your CPU throttled anymore. So with these settings, I'm running 3.5 gigahertz on all of my CPUs at pretty much all time, which is really good. So I recommend you guys do a settings similar to this. You can, you know, tweak this. You can go even lower if you want. If you want even lower temperatures, this is the perfect setting for me. Once again, my processor is the i7-4710HQ. This will work on all i7 mobile Haswell processors that I am currently aware of. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, just leave a comment. I'll try to help you out. Thanks for watching. Have a good night.